Would you like to know what Lincoln wheat cents that you can find from 1909 to 1919? And we're talking about some of the varieties you don't hear about, on some of the coins that are pretty common that you can still find in collections and sometimes in rolls and at coin shows. Hello everyone, this is Daniel and you are watching Coin Help You YouTube channel. Thanks for watching my latest video on Lincoln wheat cents varieties and key dates from 1909 to 1919. So please like, share, and comment, and click the little bell beside the subscribe button. Now before I get started, I want to share something with everyone. I received a letter in the mail with a gift, and this is from somebody who watched my channel and watched a lot of my videos and felt that they helped them enough to where they wanted to show their appreciation. I can tell you, this letter touched me, and it really meant something to me, and I've shared it with people, and I'm going to share it with all my listeners and all the people who are subscribed to my channel and watch my videos. You know, this is an act of kindness that I do appreciate very much. And it says, "Hello Daniel, enclosed is a very small thank you gift, but a very big thank you from my heart for all the fantastic training videos that you share with us. I adore the coppers even though they are worth very little, but they sure are pretty to look at. I just ordered my PCGS membership 2 weeks ago. It took me 4 months every day to inventory all the coins Father left me. I could not have done this without the guidance from you, JB Coins and Blue Ridge. I hope to meet you someday, Lori." Well, Lori, you touched me. I appreciate that. And here's the copper rounds that she gave me. One's a 1921 piece dollar copy, and the other one is the Walking Liberty copy. And I appreciate this so much. I love it. You know, I see these every day, but these mean more to me than all the thousands of copper rounds I see. So anyways, let's get started on the video. And again, thanks Lori, I do appreciate that. Just remember a few things while we're looking at these. Lincoln cents and all copper coins have 3 different conditions. You have brown, and red. With red being the most expensive and brown being the least valuable. You know, most of the time in these videos I'm giving you the low value. Another thing, Wexler's double dies, coppercoins.com, Konica Variety Vista, and also PCGS Coin Facts are really good resources that you can compile together and save as bookmarks so that you can find the varieties. So it's good to go in and look at the pups, the pickup points, and make sure that your coin actually matches the die markers. And that's very important in these videos when you're watching them. You want to match your coin exactly. What we're looking at here is the 1909S VDB. This is the king of Lincoln cents. Everybody's looking for the 1909S VDB Lincoln cent, and you have to watch out for fakes. I have a link here to the video that you can watch on how to identify the fakes versus the counterfeits. It is very valuable, and it is one you want to look for, and we can look down at on PCGS.com and the PCGS Coin Facts, and you can see that it's very valuable even in the lower grades. This is the high retail. Another one is the 1909S regular without the VDB. It's also another valuable coin to look for, another little key date. There are varieties for these, and you also got to watch out for fakes. One of the things that I want you to know is that on the 1909, there are 1909 without the VDB, there's a 1909 with the VDB, then there's the 1909S without the VDB, and then there's a 1909S with the VDB. So you have those types to look for, and there are varieties in some of those. And one of those varieties is the 1909 double die reverse. Here you can see some of the doubled on the states here, and this is on the reverse, and then here is on the obverse. You've got die marks here that are showing, and these die marks are very important to identify this double die. Here's another 1909, and this is the double die obverse, and these, you know, have some value to them, and very good ones to find if you can. You know, a lot of people are looking at the 1909s, and they've looked at them for, you know, well over 100 years. So, you know, people are pretty hip to these, but it doesn't mean you couldn't find one, hidden in a bag or a roll. But just make sure, this here is not hard to mix up, because you're looking at, this is not flat here. This is actually, raised. It's not strike doubling or anything. I know this image kind of looks like it, but it's not. In the 1909 S, you have two S over S horizontal. And these you can find pretty inexpensively right now. I mean, they've got some value to them. And here's what it looks like on this one. We'll just show the one. What you're always going to look up is a little extra. It's just horizontal. And you can see this. This is from circulation. This is flatness. The way the numbers are on the teens, and especially in the 1909s, when they get a lot of wear on them, they wear a certain way and they can look flat. This is not doubled. Okay, this is just an RPM here. And then there's also a 1910, which is a double die reverse, and it shows thickness of the E and the P and the EPU both, it says, and both wheat ears and the stem of the wheat ear. This one you have to look at real close and study. But a lot of people don't look at the reverse of Lincoln cents, so that gives you a little bit of an upper hand if you're looking at the reverses. It takes more time, but to find a little one like this, it's almost, typically going to be worth it to find a double die. Here's another. It's a 1910S, and this is a repunched mint mark. And for those of you who are new to this, repunched mint mark is where they took a mint punch and hand punched it into the die and then struck the coin. A lot of times they would hand punch the mint mark incorrectly, too weak or out of place, and then they would repunch the mint mark over top of that. And you can see evidence of it. 1911D, this is also an RPM, mint mark over mint mark. You can see here on this one, just a little remnant here and here of the previous punch D. Here's a 1911 S over S. The 11S itself, without the RPM, is actually a little semi-key. It's got a little value to it as well. As you can see, you got the S. And on the reverse, it's showing this is actually a retained cut. It's the rim-to-rim die break. So that's one of the die marks for this one. Here's another one by the U. Here's a 1912S. And typically your S mint marks are better all the way up to 15 in these. They get kind of common after 15. But there are little semi-keys that are worth a little bit in and of themselves if you can find them. So this one here is an S over S. As you can see, it's showing the little die marks that you want to look for in between the 9 and the 1. And also here in between the B and the E in Liberty. And on the reverse. You just kind of want to study it. Try to match it up. Coppercoins.com is one of the best resources for this. And you have a 13S. And it's also an S over S. And some of these, they don't have double dies for them yet. They haven't been found or reported. But you do have the RPMs for them right here. You can see just a little die mark there on the reverse. And here's the 14D. There's no double dies or repunch mint marks for 14D. It's a lower mintage. It is a key date for the series. And what you have to watch out for is altered mint marks. The mint mark needs to have a little diamond shape in it. See right here? That's authentic. This one is not. This one's actually a struck counterfeit. Here's another one. Then it's been damaged. And this one here has been altered. Someone rubbed off the other 4. It's a 1944 to make it look like a 1. There's too much space here, and here's another little up close image of it. So you want to watch out for that. But the 14D in and of itself is a good one to find, regardless if there's no variety for that date and mint mark. Here's a 1915D, and this is a double die verse. It's got a little bit of underneath the L. A lot of people will mistake damage on the L for this one, so you want to look for the die marks right here. Just look for the little die marks. Here's another 1950D over D. This one here has got a little bit of circulation, but you can see it just a little bit here. And then you got a little die mark on the E on the reverse. Then you got a 1916P, and this is the double die reverse. So what we're looking for is in the E, P, and the L of E pluribus, thickness of the lettering. And this is a good example because this is how you find a lot of these cents. You find them in kind of damaged condition, circulated. And if you can ID a double die with a cent that looks like this, you're on your way. You're doing pretty good. So here's a 1916 S RPM. It's an S over S, and it's what it looks like here. You can see the little bit right here, and there's a little bit here. You want to study it out. Here's another one that's been circulated. These can be very difficult to identify. You got to look really close on these, especially when they're circulated like this. It's one of the reasons why I like this resource, because it gives you an idea. Anybody can mint, usually whenever a coin is mint state, you can often identify it pretty easily. This one is the biggie. This is a 1917 double die of verse. This one's pretty valuable. So you find this when you found something, and it's pretty obvious here. Even on a circulated coin, you can see the split here. You can see it here. It's got a little bit of a spread on it, right here on the in God, on the we. And this is a good one. I like this one myself. And here is a 1917 D, which has the double die reverse. It's a little more minor. You don't hear about this one much, but you've got thickness in the letter here on the E and the PL, and you also have it on the wheat stalk and then on the stem a little bit, just a little bit here. This one's going to be difficult to identify. It'll look really close. Might need a little bit of help when you first start looking at these. And here is the 1919. It actually has the doubling. It looks a little more obvious, and this is what I mean. This is a higher grade coin, so you can see it a little bit better. Right here, you can see it. And obviously, I'm going to show you any type of little marks that you'll see on this one. And it actually tells you it's a moderate extra thickness on EPU, both wheat ears and stems, and the outermost letters in USA. The strongest spread is on the lower half of the reverse. And on the obverse, it says a short die scratch runs west from the top of the first one in the date, and that's your die mark on the obverse. Next is the 1919S, and this one is a S over S. It's a repunch mint mark. Here's the remnants of the first initial hand punch. And here's what the reverse looks like here. And you know, typically you got your die marks on both sides, not always. And that concludes this. That's all there is for the 1909 to 1919. There are probably some others on Konica, Variety Vista, you know, some other minor ones, but you know, this is the ones that you can look for, the ones that have a little bit of value. And I hope that helped you, and maybe you'll find a good one and make a comment on it and send me pictures and post in our Coin Help community. And our website is coinauctionshelp.com. And thanks for watching my latest video, and please like, share, and comment as always, and click that little bell beside the subscribe button. All subscriptions are appreciated. Thank you, and have a great day.